Sam Zuxer. I'm the ag teacher at White River Valley. This was the first year our team had done the contest, so it was a learning experience. I was the judge for the measuring. At the measuring station, the kids had 6 items laying out that they were supposed to measure. They came in, they had a scenario that they read, and they filled out the top part of the score sheet, and then down here on the bottom in the part they were supposed to fill out that was graded, they had to measure the diameter, the length, and they had to measure the diameter of 2 washers, 2 nuts, 2 bolts, the length of the bolts, and then they had to state whether they were a hex or a square, flat, or lock in the case of the washers. Okay? Some things that I saw the kids doing wrong as they came in. I had one team that didn't know how to read the caliper, so when they come, make sure they know how to read calipers in 30 seconds and 64ths. In the directions, it said that they were supposed to round to the nearest 16th, which doesn't mean that every answer has to be a 16th. It could be an eighth, it could be a quarter, it could be a half. Make sure that they round down. That's an easy point. So like instead of saying 4/16, write a 1/4 inch. I had a couple 3 teams that did their answers in metric. Make sure that you use English. We're still in the United States. When they measure the bolts, when they measure the bolt length, they need to make sure that they measure the part that's actually going to go in the hole and not include the head. So like on this one, it was 1 1/4 inch. On that part, if they went ahead and they measured the head too, then they picked up, it's like an extra 1/8 of an inch or so, okay? Which messed their answer up. So they need to make sure that they just measure that one part right there, okay? And then the diameter, okay, and they're measuring the whole thread. So in this case, it was a 3/8 bolt. Yeah, it was a 1/4 inch bolt. Okay. So then they also had to say if it was a hex head or a carriage. Here you had a carriage. Again, take their caliper, put at the bottom of the head like that, and they got 3 inches even. Okay. That's how they were supposed to measure that. On the nuts, we'll do one nut here to show you. I saw kids doing several things. One thing I saw them doing was measuring outside to outside. That doesn't tell you the diameter of the bolt. That tells you the size of the wrench it's going to take to turn the bolt. Okay. Also saw some kids measuring inside to inside. What you really need to measure to get the 1/2 inch on this one that you're supposed to get was from the inside thread to the inside thread. Now, you measure the whole thread there, and then that got you to 1/2 inch. And then make sure that you hold it over the middle and don't get up or down, because it'll mess your answer up. Okay. On the washers, you had a flat washer and you had a lock washer. There again, the diameter is the inside diameter in the hole and not what's actually from outside to outside. Okay. And that was pretty much it to the measuring part.